The Illinois budget crisis is staggering and getting worse. The elected officials of Illinois won't address it, so now a group of Illinois business leaders will.
Today and tomorrow, we look at what they describe as a Mount Everest of debt. Their campaign is called Illinois is Broke. Let's fix it.
We've got a deep hole. We've got a lot of unfunded pension liability. We have an unsustainable pension and health care system for our state employees.
Abbott Labs CEO Miles White was among a group of the state's most influential business leaders addressing the Economic Club at the Palmer House last night. They warned of an economic apocalypse approaching the state of Illinois. Former CEO of Illinois Tool Works, Jim Farrell, said he fears a death spiral of debt that may already be too deep to pull out of.
This is a dire strait on steroids for social service programs of every kind. You've got all of this going on now, and it's only going to get worse.
Civic leaders who are more often found raising money for projects like building Millennium Park or running billion-dollar companies have taken up a crusade to alert Illinois citizens to the dangers of not $13 billion, but if you count what we owe pension funds of state workers and their health care, it's $130 billion.
I think people in Illinois now realize we've got a problem, but they don't know the magnitude of it.
They call their campaign Illinois is Broke, and they've taken it on the road with a series of presentations across Illinois. As leaders of the state's largest corporations, they have put their power on the line to raise the consciousness of the Illinois voter, to pressure elected officials to deal with the problem head-on.
How bad? It's really bad.
Really bad. First, they have to get our attention, but they also have some solutions, and we'll go into that and hear from them more in part 2 of Illinois is Broke tomorrow. They have a real campaign going. This is what it's called, Illinois is Broke. But I noticed that you were shocked at $130 billion instead of 13,
because that number 13 has been bandied about now for several months, and nobody in the state legislature has denied that it's 113 or say that it's 130. They don't want to talk about it, obviously, right?
No, or apparently do much about it. But the 13 is kind of cash flow. The 130 is the obligation we have to pensions and health care for the state workers. And it could bring down schools and libraries who are already closing.
So they make us aware with this, but once we get aware, then what?
Well, then they're trying to pressure the voters, the citizens, to get the elected officials to do something about it. A lot of it is in the hands of the unions, and the unions don't believe it's as dire and don't want to do anything about it. So the issue is not going to go away, and we'll hear more tomorrow.